Now, live from beautiful historic St. Andrews, the destination Panama City's Krewe of St. Andrews 2025 Mardi Gras Parade.
Happy Saturday and happy Mardi Gras, everyone. Look at that sea of purple, green, and gold. Thousands of people lining the streets of 11th Street and Beck Avenue in St. Andrews for this wonderful celebration. I'm Kelsey Peck.
Hear people kind of cheering right now, just enjoying the atmosphere. A lot going on there, and thankfully turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day. High pressure in control, which means we have lots of sunshine. We do have some cirrus clouds. Those are those upper level, beautiful halo looking clouds. Also one of my favorite clouds. They're one of those clouds that kind of moves very quickly and just indicates that it's a beautiful day. So the sun is shining and temperature is much warmer compared to yesterday. So all of these people out and about really lucking out, only wearing some sweatshirts. We're seeing people in some short sleeves, short pants. So it ended up being just a beautiful day for the parade here. Temperatures again into the upper 50s and low 60s. And as we mentioned, this is the 28th annual St. Andrews Mardi Gras Parade and Festival. It's close to 40 floats, with floats from all of our local counties. Close to 9 counties, I believe, are included in today. So a very beautiful day for it, and a lot of people out celebrating. So we are so thankful you are here joining us. We are, of course, in studio. Unfortunately, we weren't able to be out and about in the action. We were hoping we were going to be able to do so, but unfortunately, technical difficulties. So we are still having you live, all the coverage here for today. And Kelsey, it looks like just a gorgeous turnout as well.
We're live from our digital desk here inside the News 13 newsroom. And I would say it's more like a Florida cold today, right? Like a little chilly, but that's not keeping anyone from celebrating today and getting lots of beads and taking part of the celebration.
Right. And it actually might be a good thing that it's a little bit cooler than average, right? Kelsey, because, all of the body heat, all of those people around. I've heard that there's over thousands and thousands of people lining the streets right now. I've heard that in past years, they've had upwards of 50,000 people show up for this event. Yeah. So it's a big turnout today. You can see all of the people lining the streets, waiting for the parade to get going, which I believe...
Yeah, it's already underway. We've already had the color guard come through from Mosley High School. We had our Grand Marshal this year, which is Alan Branch, a lifelong Panama City resident here and entrepreneur and business owner. And then we already have some bands and floats making their way through on the streets.
That's right. The theme for this parade is Once Upon a Dream. So the king and king for today's parade are John and Judy Biddle. So we should be seeing them here shortly, but different parade events going on throughout the Panhandle, but this one is the one we wanted to cover for you guys for today. So a great turnout. Looking at 40 different floats potentially coming down the street. We're going to be talking about our first float coming down the street in just a moment.
Well, I think some of the floats have already started moving past and trying to make sure that we can
cover
label
the right
them
ones
correctly.
That we've seen,
yes,
right?
They should be numbered, but hey, lots of bead throwing going on right now, which I think a lot of folks, I don't know about you, but I've attended quite a few Mardi Gras parades here in the area, and it's always fun to see how many beads you can collect at the end of it.
Absolutely. Look at him.
All right.
Oh my goodness, so much talent out there.
Yes.
And he's doing that while walking.
Yeah.
Can you do what he was doing?
No,
me neither.
While standing up.
We're trying to figure out which floats are coming by us right now, but as you can see, people are absolutely loving it. Yeah, so thank you to our camera operators.
Once Upon a Dream theme there. This year, the king and queen is John and Judy Biddle. Each year, the Krewe of St. Andrews has a different king and queen that represent them. So those are the two this year representing, and they wish you a dreamy Mardi Gras season. And to remind you that anything is possible. A dream is a wish your heart makes. So going with their theme this year. There's the All-American Mardi Gras float passing us by. Okay. So we're still very much in the beginning of this parade.
Absolutely. So All-American Mardi Gras, a celebration of the spirit of America blended with a celebration of the spirit of Mardi Gras. They have the spirit here for today. We are proud to be Americans, they say, and proud to enjoy the freedom to celebrate Mardi Gras. Very cool float there. They have all the colors, the spirit going on. How cool is that? I wonder how many hours these people put into the floats, all of the time they have to, and the efforts it goes into. Just amazing floats going by. You can
And how
see.
many beads do you think they order? You know, how many beads do you think are
Oh my
actually
goodness.
thrown today?
Thousands, Kelsey. Thousands of
yes.
beads. I already have 10 around my neck. I feel like
Yeah.
if we were out there, we'd probably have at least a few hundred going on around us. So as you can see, people are out jumping for the beads. This is our next float coming down the line here.
Yeah, the Cajun Queen, the Krewe of St. Andrews Cajun Queen riverboat float. It was actually originally designed with the Creole Queen in New Orleans in mind. So they have a large paddle wheel and 2 steam stacks in the front to paddle her down the streets of St. Andrews, which you can see there. And yes, handing out plenty of beads. And I love you can just hear the energy, right? Everyone just seems so excited to see the
There's
sunshine
so many
and
people,
celebrate today.
absolutely. It looks like maybe they're not only throwing beads, maybe some candy as well. You have
Yeah.
some kids
It's not a
out
parade
there.
without candy, you know?
Yeah, of course it's not. You have to have the candy included. But look at that. They have their cowboy hats on. They're right on theme.
Mm-hmm.
How cool. Look, they even have little pillars there to hang their beads.
Yes. Yeah, and it doesn't
How
look like they're going to run out at
creative.
all. I mean,
No,
they are
I
fully
think they
stocked,
have plenty.
so they can go all the way down Beck Avenue. Because really, where you're seeing us, we're at the corner of 11th and Beck, so they're going to travel down Beck Avenue, where there's just a sea of people waiting for those beads.
Right. And did you know that there's different meanings to each color, Kelsey? So all of the different color beads symbolize something different. So I was reading about this earlier. So King Rex gave meaning to each color, designating purple for justice, green for faith, and gold for power. How
Okay.
cool is that? That's
Yeah.
really neat to know a little bit of background about Mardi Gras and everything that goes into it. Oh, look at her. She's posing. Hey, throwing up that peace sign. Very cool. Looks like everyone's having such a great time. Going back to some of our other cameras, this is broader view. Just kind of waiting for some of those other
Yeah.
floats to come
As
down.
They make their way down 11th Street. They started around Flower Avenue and right by Frankfurt and are coming all the way down 11th, and then they'll head down Beck Avenue.
I believe
this
we've been through about 3 floats now. We're waiting
Yeah.
on our 4th float. That's the Voodoo float. I was just saying, Kelsey, I wish I would have brought some Voodoo chips today.
Oh.
It would have been on theme for it. So, yeah, some really cool vendors going on down there as well. I think they have a lot of good food. I'm really jealous. I think I might have to head down there as well. Heading towards tomorrow, I believe they have, from what I heard, the pet parade.
Yes, the pet parade. That's always very popular as well. They had the kids parade yesterday.
They had the kids
which
parade
is
rest
which is always a
yesterday.
great time and a
Yeah.
little more geared towards the kiddos. And then of course this event today is always a big deal. You know, lots of vendors set up, lots of food. There'll even be live music down there today. I know they've partnered with the Dive and offering some live music. So it's definitely a fun time and just a great way to celebrate Mardi Gras. It's a big deal here in Bay County. You know, they sometimes expect 30, 50, even up to 50,000 people expected to line the streets at times, which is no surprise when you have weather as good as this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, people want to not only enjoy their weekend, enjoy the sunshine, but what a great way to do it. This is just an annual event. Can't miss it. Always making those memories with the family and whatnot. So here's some people waving at the camera, just enjoying their time. Look at all of these
I
people.
know.
What a turnout, Kelsey. I have to be honest with you. I wasn't anticipating it to be this crowded. You did prepare me for it, but it's different when you're seeing it from this view. Look at all these people. All the sea of purple, gold, green. How cool is that?
So the Krewe of St. Andrews, you know, is made up of more than 200 members from all over Bay County. And, you know, they like to have fun. They put on such a great time as this. But, you know, they're really passionate about philanthropy as well, Amelia,
absolutely.
and giving back. So over their years, they've actually donated more than $242,000. And throughout the year,
Wow.
they also hold other events to raise money and give back to local organizations here. So we're appreciative of the crew and everyone that is a part of that, and also all the time that's gone into planning this and getting, you know, the road blocked off and
I
everything
know.
ready and the floats
There's
prepared.
so much that goes into planning this. As you can see, the roads are blocked off, so they had to do that as well. But it looks like people cooperated and were able to find some parking spaces because you can see the
Oh, yeah.
clear turnout. It looks like thousands of people. I wish we could get an exact head count for you guys, but for those of you who are tuning in from home, maybe didn't have to deal with the traffic, but you can still partake in this beautiful event with us. We're so happy to have you with us here on this beautiful Saturday. And it looks like, Kelsey, our next float is starting to approach this intersection here. So people are starting to get amped up about this next float, which again is the Voodoo float. There it is. How cool is this?
Right.
Oh my goodness. All of the colors. It looks like they have some pirates hats going on. So the Voodoo float is making its 28th year practicing her magic for parade goers in St. Andrews. The Voodoo's supernatural dark magic and the Caribbean pirates theme create suspense for parade crowds over who will take the booty. How funny. The Voodoo float riders dressed as Caribbean voodoo and pirates incorporate Mardi Gras fun and celebration with beads and treats for the party goers to enjoy. You can see their hats going on. They definitely are in the spirit there. So let the good times roll, they say.
Indeed, and beads for days.
Beads for days. I wonder if they order these off Amazon like months in advance,
Right?
get them all prepared. Have to order them in boxes probably. Yeah. How cool is that? All right. Well, this is, again, the Voodoo float. Next on the list is going to be the Spirit of Mardi Gras. So they're making their way down.
Yeah, we'll see them in just a little bit. In 1892, during the Krewe of Rex parade, themed symbolism of colors, which, Amelia just went over the different colors, purple, green, and gold. King Rex gave meaning to each color. Again, purple for justice, green for faith, gold for power. In addition to displaying the traditional colors, the spirit float is decorated with traditional Mardi Gras symbols as well. So you have the beads and the masks and the comedy and tragedy faces too, which you can clearly see on their float there.
Yeah, Kelsey, real quick, we should just listen to the sights and the sounds. Listen to all these people cheering.
They're excited.
Everyone is excited, amped up, waving their hands, waiting for the beads.
Yeah, that's what's also fun to watch, right? It's almost like you're in a classroom and pick
Hey.
me. Everyone is signaling,
I'm
hey,
waiting
don't
for
forget
'em.
about me. And they've got plenty of them. So if you're silly not to put your hands up.
Of
'Cause
course.
if you do, they'll throw them to you.
And Kelsey, I'm really curious what people do with these beads after this event. Do they just save them for years to come? You said you did that.
I
in
do.
years
I end up putting
past.
them in a closet somewhere,
Yeah.
and then you kind of forget about them, and then you find them, and you think,
bring 'em
I need
back
to
out.
remember where I put these, so I have them for.
We really
for
need to
next
look
year.
up where the beads originated from. What brought this a bead event, Because when you think of Mardi Gras, you think of all of the bead throwing. Of course, this originated in New Orleans, but the spirit of Mardi Gras is here in the Panhandle today. Thousands of people lining up, and this is our next float, I believe. The pirate ship float. Yes, this is number 6, rolling down. Are you ready for the swashbuckling crew of the pirate ship? The ship of fools will wreak havoc on its enemies that line the parade route by showering them with beads and moon pies. All right. These pirates will end the day counting their booty and raking in the last rays of the St. Andrews sunset. Hey, it's going to be a beautiful sunset today, so something to look forward to as far as that. But before resting up for the debauchery that will surely come again. So again, that was the pirate ship float number 6 that just went by.
All right. Yeah, just loving hearing all the excitement in the air. You can just hear the cheers and the hey, over here.
Hey,
from the
over
beads.
here.
That's kind of what I feel like I'm picturing, or you can see it, but you can kind of hear that.
Surprisingly, it looks like everything is under control, even though the people are kind of getting into the streets, waving their hands for the beads. Everybody's just there to have a good time. So love to see this.
You asked about the bead throwing, and so here, what I've found out is that apparently it started as early in the 1870s with the 12th Night Revelers. So following their parade, which featured a Mother Goose's Tea Party theme, a man in a Santa suit tossed gifts to the crowds from his bag.
Okay, how interesting is that? Well, Kelsey, this is the next one coming down the street. French Connection.
All right.
Which
Krewe of St. Andrews French Connection.
Yes.
Which was conceived back in 2011 after Bill and Patty Fowler's reign as king and queen. As you know, they have a different king and queen every year.
That's right.
So the Mardi Gras and New Orleans tradition continue today with influences of French music, food, architecture. So a new tradition, however, was started in 2019. The ladies on the float actually decorate goblets with purple, green, and gold gems and ribbons.
Oh, very neat. We're learning something new here for today. And just as she mentioned, there's a new king and queen every year. So for those of you maybe just tuning in with us, the new king and queen for this year are John and Judy Biddle. So happy to have them partaking in today's parade. And now it looks like we are on to our very next float that's coming down the line. This is number 8, Bourbon Street Float. Bourbon Street, if you don't know, that's a It's a big popular street in Louisiana. I think that's where the majority of the Mardi Gras things happen with the bead throwing and all of the festivities. We're kind of reenacting that here for today. So the Bourbon Street Float made its inaugural ride in February 2006, so nearly 20 years ago. 19 years ago to be exact, mimicking the popular balconies of the French Quarter, just like I said, off Bourbon Street in Louisiana. We bring the French Quarter to you here in the Panhandle. We have many new riders eager to enjoy the masses along the parade routes. The riders are a bunch of wild and crazy revelers. No one can escape the fun that is the Bourbon Street Float. And look at that, people really are enjoying it to the max here for today, Kelsey.
Yes, love seeing everyone enjoying the festivities and gathering quite the collection of beads, too. You know, it starts out and everyone has a few, and then
Just a few.
As we see the crowd, you can see it's starting to
maybe weigh them down a bit.
Yeah, get a little bit bigger and bigger.
Absolutely.
So this is the cafe float?
Cafe float.
Okay.
I wonder if they're throwing food.
So this is interesting. It's funny you say that. The float, Amelia, is actually equipped with 2 large ovens where hot, spicy treats are prepared. This is right up your alley.
What?
Offering a delicious surprise for parade attendees.
How cool is that? They're preparing it right on the spot down the road.
Yeah, so whether you're in the mood for a tasty treat or just enjoying the festive atmosphere, this float brings a true taste of New Orleans to the Mardi Gras celebration.
Hot and spicy, you're right? That is right up my alley.
Yeah.
How cool. And they're actually throwing the treats.
It says here that they might be doing that. It's hard to tell, right? I don't know for sure, but apparently they're known for that.
Handing them out carefully so they don't break. But as well as that, they're not only throwing the food, they're throwing the beads as well, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. They've got their chef's hats on.
I love it.
How cool that they were able to build ovens on this float.
There we go.
That's one of the most unique floats I think we've seen. Absolutely. Okay, so I believe this next one coming our way is the Castle Float. It'll be the 10th float we have seen so far.
Yeah, it was right behind the cafe float. The castle float, so we'll see them here in a minute.
A moment, but yeah, not only do they have the beads on, it looks like they have some feathers going on as well.
They got their boas on.
Everybody's wearing their sunglasses because, yes, we lucked out with a beautiful sun shining day. That ridge set up, so high pressure and control. Definitely a beautiful day to be out and about enjoying these festivities.
And good too that the sun decided to come out like you said it would, because I mean, while it's not super cold, I mean, it's still sort of chilly for us Floridians.
Oh, for the Floridians, this is still winter for sure. But don't worry, we're going to be warming on up next week. But I think this was actually the perfect temperature for today because of all of these people around.
Yeah.
Kelsey, what is this little guy running in the red?
I saw that. You know what? Is that one of the jesters?
I do think that looks like a jester.
As a castle of jesters. So maybe.
Oh, okay. So we are into the castle.
Yep,
now.
Here we are. Yeah, making its way around in the corner.
Okay, so the Krewe of St. Andrew's Castle of Jesters float stands strong to preserve the traditions of Mardi Gras. Decorated in purple, green, and gold, of course, the Castle of Jesters float represents the symbolism of colors of Mardi Gras: justice, faith, and power, which, of course, is all of those colors we were talking about, the purple, green, and gold, so justice, faith, and power. The Castle of Jesters float exemplifies the greatness and nobility that is synonymous with a royalty of Mardi Gras. With its electric mix of riders, beads, and treats, the Castle of Jesters float brings the carnival celebration and excitement, which you can see right now, to the streets for all to enjoy. Les bon temps rouleurs. Did I say that correctly? Let's hope so.
I thought it sounded pretty good. I didn't even attempt it, so I'm proud of you.
My French is coming strong today.
But look at these costumes. I love this.
Oh, this is so
neat. There's a lot of effort and creativity put into this. I think those are absolutely
look
gorgeous.
At her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
from
definitely
head to toe.
Oh, absolutely.
Well done, ladies. Well done.
In this float, I mean, they really honed into what they were trying to get at, it being a castle.
Yeah, it looks really good.
They have the different layers going on. How long did this... This is what I was saying earlier.
It's a crawfish.
It's a crawfish.
Okay, very
okay, not a jester. It's a crawfish. That makes sense. I was seeing him from the corner of my eye earlier.
Too.
How cool. And
great
he's
job
only,
on creating that costume.
The body.
Yeah. All right.
People are really going all out today in all aspects.
All right, rock and roll.
Oh, look, he's dancing, the dancing crawfish.
Yes, okay. I love it.
I love it. So
man.
cute.
Well, rounding the corner is the Krewe of St. Andrews Rock and Roll Float. So this vibrant and dynamic float is a visual journey through the elevation of music from the earliest roots to present day. So, of course, you can see everyone kind of dressed in costumes from the 50s to present. The rockin' timeline is sure to be a crowd-pleasing spectacular. So, and I'm sure they're playing some music too. We're hearing all of the crowd right now, so we may not be able to hear their rock and roll specifically.
Kelsey, they were playing some Bruno Mars earlier. We saw people fist bumping,
the crowd was
just enjoying
getting
the
pumped
time.
up.
Are you a Bruno Mars lover?
Yeah, why not?
How can you not be?
You can't not dance.
It gets
to
you
his
into
music.
the Mardi Gras spirit for sure. Just all the excitement.
This one coming through.
As we see our next one approaching 11th Street, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're approaching the next one.
Beck Avenue. They're coming down.
Oh, that's correct. Okay, absolutely. Well, this next one is the Rock and Roll Float, I believe.
Yes, and look. Oh no, this is steampunk. We just saw rock and roll.
Oh, we just saw. Yeah. That's right. Okay, so we already went through rock and roll. The next one is Steampunk. The year 2025 marks the debut of the Krewe of St. Andrews steampunk-inspired floats. So this is their first year, the Costa Express.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. This float is a tribute to the golden age of steam power and the boundless imagination of the Victorian era, blending the future as imagined by the past with the mystique of Mardi Gras. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Really well done. That was
putting
really
her beads
creative.
on.
So love to see that inaugural float. I think they just did such a good job putting that together.
It looks like a steamboat.
I mean, a lot of effort and
train.
time went into that.
It's even steaming.
Yes, way to go. That's
How
awesome.
cool. They have the effects going on.
Yeah. Oh, look at the headwear and the that looks fantastic.
Amazing. Well, the steamroller is envisioned as more than just a parade float, which you can see there. It doesn't just look like a parade float. The steampunk spectacle exhibits fascinating industrial machinery with steam engine gears and gadgets, which we just saw there. I was saying it's absolutely fascinating what they did. As the time travelers on board sport audacious Victorian fashion with corsets, coats, and top hats. So that one just went by there. I think we're on to our next float.
Yeah, so
down.
all those floats we just saw were part of the Krewe of St. Andrews. This float right here is the Krewe of Mac. So they were founded in 1998, the Krewe of Mac, and they participated, get this, Amelia, in every St. Andrews parade since. Okay, so
wow.
Named after Mac Lewis, who was a Panama City visionary. So 70 members make up this crew, and it's exciting to have them joining in. What's so great about this is it's not just the Krewe of St. Andrews, but crews from all over.
Right. You're saying 70 members from Panama City, Lynn Haven, Callaway,
Yes.
Panama City Beach, and Parker. So the theme, Gypsies in the Palace.
Ooh, okay.
How cool. No, you can definitely see that. I think we are moving on to our next one, potentially.
This is still the Krewe of Mac.
Oh, is
Still
it?
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a very long
Yeah.
This is the longest one I think we've seen so far. So the theme again, Gypsies in the Palace.
Yeah.
Floats are decorated to resemble gypsy wagons with members in gypsy costumes. Yeah, you can see them wearing their gypsy costumes there. Our motto, they say, let the good times roll. And our
fits
king and
perfectly.
queen are on the lead float, leading our parade efforts. Mark Latko, Queen Andrea Latko, Captain Monica Dotson.
All right.
That is one cool float. They're incorporating all of the colors, of course. You know, Kelsey, I'm really curious to know how long they prepare for this parade.
Yeah.
Each float, especially that last one.
Yeah, I know. Especially some of these floats are very
Intricate.
Intricate.
Absolutely. A lot of detail going into it.
Well, hey, welcome back to the Pirates. We have another pirate theme here. This is
Arr.
Pirates of the White Sands. So this fun-loving gang leads the pirate invasion every time, and they invite you to join them for a good time on the seas. So, hey there, Pirates of the White Sands. Great to have you part of this, and plenty of beads to share.
Beads all around. It looks like they're even going beyond the traditional colors, adding some blues in there, pinks. So they're just throwing the beads. Screaming in the spirit of Mardi Gras.
Oh, okay. That was a scarf. I thought that was the woman's beads when she bent down.
Right.
But she was wearing a scarf. So.
And I love to see everybody in all ages. You know, this is an event for everybody. It looks like maybe another pirate coming down the aisle here.
Is this pretty yet? I'm not sure. Oh, it says Pirates of the White Sands on it. So maybe they've got a couple
just an
of them.
extension.
Yeah.
But this one actually looks like a full-on pirate ship.
It does.
I wonder if they built this or maybe they reconstructed a boat onto the float.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
We've got a little...
Yak. Okay, so we've moved on to another crew now.
Okay.
Crew de Yak, established in 2009. Oh, as the only Mardi Gras crew in Walton County.
Oh, how cool is that? Love our Walton County people here participating in Bay County. The crew consists from all walks of life who come together as a fun-loving society. Crew de Yak is proud to do charity and philanthropy within the county on a year-round basis, and we love being involved in Bay County parades and charity work. Can't stop the feet. You know, Kelsey, I really wish we were there because I'm trying to dance with them.
I know. Yeah, we would be. We would be for sure.
Such a fun atmosphere. What a fun Saturday for everyone to come out and enjoy. It's not only people on the floats, but also these walkers as well, or I should say dancers.
Yeah, really. Yeah, with their great costumes. Oh, look at that. I love that. It looks like butterfly.
It does look like a butterfly.
Yeah.
How cool. Again, not just the floats, but the costumes as well. People put a lot of time and effort into this event. Now we're trying to figure out which float is this. Oh, look at that. They were firing off some funfetti.
Just be part of Crew de Yak. We wouldn't be
I believe
surprised.
so.
They might just have
Yeah, I
multiple
think
floats
it
for
was
all their
another
members.
pirate float. Loving the music, though.
Oh, yeah.
Loving the vibes.
Yeah,
the vibes are
dancing.
high on this Saturday for Mardi Gras.
You got to keep people warmed up, too, since they're
Of
kind of
course.
staying in one spot.
Uh-huh. Again, this is the 28th Annual St. Andrew's Mardi Gras Parade and Festival. You are watching live with us from News 13. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday. Another Mardi Gras parade heading down the beautiful streets of St. Andrew.
Yeah, so we've got ESPN 104.3 FM in Panama City. Their van there. Coming
Love to have you.
down Beck Avenue. So, of course, they cover all things sports and around the world to right here in Bay County.
And we have almost 40 floats, Kelsey, for today participating from all over Bay County. As we just mentioned, one was from Walton County. So we have a lot of different counties amongst our 9-county viewing area in Bay County today. Again, in St. Andrews, dancing again, not just people on the floats, people walking around, dancing, getting everybody into the festive spirit.
I love this float. Love the water.
Oh my
underwater
goodness,
theme here.
This is my perfect float, Kelsey. You know I'm a big underwater person,
Yes.
so this looks like it is
The Crew of the Enchanted Seas.
the Crew of the Enchanted Seas. The Crew of Enchanted Seas is a fantastic organization.
I see what you did
of
there.
Trying to be punny, of mermaids making a difference in our community by raising donations for local charities and by volunteering at events to support veterans, animal rescue groups, coastal conservation. Absolutely love that. Our public schools and many other worthy causes.
Look at the mermaid.
Oh, look at her
throwing
tail.
some beads.
How
the
cool.
Seahorses. Very pretty.
Very,
Very
very
creative.
fitting for the fact that we're right by the coastline as well.
Yeah.
The bay just right around the corner there. How beautiful. Okay, so that was our 19th float of the day. We're working on float number 20, which I believe, Kelsey, means we're about at our halfway mark of this parade.
Yeah, about halfway. Which means still plenty of more opportunities and chances for beads.
Absolutely. 38 minutes past the hour here on this Saturday. Gorgeous conditions as we see this next float coming down.
Well, here's a look at the real ladies. They've got their boat in the parade and almost looks like a octopus of some sort that might
And the
be trying to crawl out of it.
Oh, looks
and
like they
baby
tried to hook a shark. I like that boat. That's a nice boat. I'm a big scuba diver, so
yeah.
anyone who has a boat, let me know.
All right. Yes, the Real Ladies joining the parade today. And they're, of course, a dedicated group of anglers who promote water sports and fishing in Bay County.
Might have to hook up with them. Very neat. I'm still new to the Panhandle, but absolutely loving all of the beach-themed, ocean-themed different floats for today.
Yeah, they did a really good job with that. I love how, you have the float, but then everyone on the float as well is sticking to the theme.
Absolutely,
so we've got some great costumes all around.
I think, look at her dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, she's into it.
Yes.
And has a very good balance as well.
Yeah. That's important.
And very important. She's staying safe while throwing those beads and dancing at the same time. So it looks like we have a few more coming down.
Yeah, a few more other groups that are joining in on the parade. It may not actually be a float per se, but we've got other organizations that are walking in the parade today too.
Oh, and look, they decked out the truck. Look at the wheels, Kelsey.
Oh,
how cool.
Now that is creative. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That is very creative. I've seen the wheels on the back of what, what I'm trying to say, during the holidays when they put it on the back of, what kind of car is it?
The Jeep?
The Jeep. Thank you, Kelsey. Yes, of the Jeeps, but I haven't seen it on wheels before. So that's pretty creative.
So that was the LGBTQ Center. They're walking in the parade today, Gulf Coast LGBTQ Plus Center, proudly sustaining the health and well-being of the LGBTQ Plus community. And they've been here since 2018. So great to have them to be a part of the parade today.
And they were the creative ones with the wheel there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Love the rainbow colors flying around. Very cool. They're also throwing the beads, throwing the candy. And you can see even we're about, what did we say, 40 minutes into this parade, and the energy's still very high as if it had just started. Hearing the screaming, all of the sights and sounds in St. Andrews today. So I believe the next one coming down the street, we're about to see it now, is the Krewe of Masalina Bayou. So that one is approaching now. We're going to see it in just a moment. For a second, we're just going to let you listen to the sights and sounds of the parade.
All right, so you're looking at Springtime Tallahassee. That's a civic organization dedicated to promoting the beauty of Tallahassee. So not too far from us, over to the east of us. So they actually have a 2-day festival in the spring. So great to have them coming over our way and being here today in
Traveling north to the Panhandle. I'd love to have them here. Many people, not only from Bay County, traveling from all of our surrounding counties as well. So love that everyone's here. Look, they're hopping up and down. You can see them on their trailer. It looks like it's moving a bit, but they're having a great time, enjoying the music, getting everyone hyped up for the...
That was the Krewe of Bowlegs.
That's right.
Krewe of Bowlegs. All right. Great to have them be a part of this too. Now, they actually have a Billy Bowlegs Pirate Festival held this year on May 16th through the 17th. That's going to be over in Fort Walton Beach.
Oh, cool. Like we said, thank you so much for all of you who are tuning in with us. Kelsey and I are here in studio, just broadcasting live the 28th annual St. Andrew's Mardi Gras Parade and Festival. Happy to have you with us as we are looking at the sights and sounds of this amazing parade in downtown St. Andrews right now. I believe we are about halfway through and we are seeing our next float approaching.
Yeah, this is still the crew of Bowlegs here. They are from Port Walton Beach, so making their way over here to Bay County and pirate theme, you know.
It's a common theme for today.
They are led by Captain Michael Castleberry, Queen Sabrina Horn, First Mate and First Mistress Matt and Casey Turpin. And again, they wanted to let you know, hey, you're invited to their festival coming up in May, the Bowlegs Pirate Festival. That sounds fun.
Cool. Look at this one, Kelsey. Oh, this is right up my alley. Ooh. It looks like a shark-themed float coming our way.
I think we've got more pirates, too.
That makes sense. Pirates with the sharks. Honking, getting everybody riled up in the spirit. This is a really cool float.
The Brew Crew.
The Brew Crew. So the Brew Crew was formed in 1999 by 10 beer guys turned pirates. The float was a 16-foot pirate ship with about 15 members. In 2002, the crew moved over to their present 40-foot ship, so upgraded a bit with 30 crew members and has been bringing great times and tons of beads ever since. They are throwing the beads, getting everybody hyped for today. They even have their little pirate flag there flying too.
Yeah.
And Kelsey, did you know that we have a new event going, a new thing happening that's being built? The Pirates.
Oh, the Pirate Voyage dinner?
Yes.
In Panama
it just
City
brought
Beach,
me, brought me to
Parton.
that.
Yeah, that should be a good time. That's getting ready to open up pretty soon.
It's getting ready to open up. I'm looking forward to that. That theme just brought me into thinking about that. That's now opening here soon in Bay County.
I'm still so impressed by the costumes and the dedication to the floats. It's very impressive.
I really wonder when people start, preparing for this. Not only the floats, but the costumes as well. Surely a few months at least.
Has to be. The crew of Margarita Island. The Panama City Parrot Club, right? Okay, so they're also in here today. Oh, Parrot Heads, that's right, Parrot Heads.
So the Panama City Parrot Head Club knows how to party with a purpose. In the last 2 years, we have raised over $160,000 for local charities, they say. Every year we hold an event called Rendezvous, which is 4 days of partying on the beach while listening to the trop rock bands on the center stage. The Ark was our sponsor this past having Rendezvous every year. We get together 2 times a month and raise more money for other local charities. So again, that was the PCB Parrot Heads. Look, there's a duck.
Oh yeah. It's always great when the Jeeps join the parades because they pass out the little rubber duckies, and my kids, that's why we have such a great collection.
Oh, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
And look, this is what I was saying, Kelsey. The Jeep that has the wheel on the back.
And we're seeing the Jeeps with their decorated wheels.
Yes.
So great to have the Panhandle Jeeps part of the parade today. But it looks like instead of ducks today, they're handing out plenty of beads. Well, I see ducks flying too. There you go. You got to keep the tradition of sharing the ducks and throwing those out.
And as we mentioned earlier, Kelsey, this is a family fun event. We are seeing people of all ages enjoying today. And what a beautiful day it shaped out to be. For those of you maybe just tuning in with us, a beautiful day across St. Andrews. We are seeing the sunshine. Temperature-wise, we are a little bit below average. We should be in the upper 60s. We are into the upper 50s and low 60s. But I think actually, Kelsey, it shaped up to be a perfect forecast for this event. Not too hot, not too cold, but just cool enough to be in a big crowd full of people celebrating this event.
Yeah, some years, you just never know, Amelia, what the weather's going to be like.
Yes.
I know I've been to these where you're shivering, and then other times where the sweat is dripping.
Coming down.
So I think this is a good little compromise, right?
I think it's a beautiful, beautiful forecast. Much better than yesterday when we were freezing our little tails off. So today we're seeing a lot of short sleeves. People are comfortable. walking around, especially for those people who are not riding on a float, but maybe walking the float.
Yeah.
Do you know how long this float path is?
I mean, it's
A couple miles, maybe.
yeah, it's probably a couple miles.
Yeah, so keeping people comfortable for today with this beautiful forecast.
Wow, yeah, and the Jeeps always go all out. Look at that. I mean, they don't
miss
leave
a beat.
lot untouched when
No,
it comes
they
to
don't.
decorating.
So the Panhandle Jeeps, a Jeep family that loves hanging out and helping the community. So this is just a line of them coming down right now.
There's a lot that makes up that group.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of them love opportunities to be in these parades.
I wonder if they're into the ducking of the Jeeps. They probably
they've
are
gotta
throwing
be.
the ducks as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. A lot of times you could even see them in their
In their
dashboard.
Yes, in their dashboard,
and I'm
exactly.
not seeing that right now.
Maybe they took them out so they could
yeah,
throw them.
Yeah, but typically you can usually see those ducks.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, in the Jeep community, it's a big thing to collect and throw ducks to other Jeep lovers and Jeep owners. So that's why I think we're seeing them not only throwing the traditional beads, but also the festive ducks for today. Now, Kelsey, I kind of want to circle back to the meaning of all of the colors that we are seeing. The gold, the purple, the green, all of the things. They actually have meaning. So I'm going to tell you exactly what they mean. So King Rex gave meaning to each color, designating purple for justice, green for faith, and gold for power. So these colors actually signify something. They're not just random colors they chose. They all have a symbol. So pretty cool meaning behind that.
And you know, this celebration is taking place in St. Andrews, and the Krewe of St. Andrews puts this on. But of course, we have so many crews that are joining us today and making this a part. But the Krewe of St. Andrews, you know, they've been doing this, this is their 28th year.
Right.
And they're made up of more than 200 members.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they like to have a good time. They put on a good time. But, you know, they're very passionate about philanthropy as well. They've donated more than $240,000 in the community that go back to different organizations, and they have events, Amelia, throughout the year as well. This is, I dare say, is their most popular one.
It makes sense. I think they're coming out in full force today.
Yes, absolutely. But they really do love to give back to the community and put on a good time. But like we said earlier, I mean, crews from all over, at least more than 14 crews are actually all part of this today.
Absolutely.
And close to 40 floats.
Over 14 crews, over 30, almost 40 floats, as you just mentioned, complete with color guard, beads, doublins, and more.
Yeah, doubloons, which are
Doubloons.
those coins that they like to throw too sometimes. So that actually originated kind of like back in the day where that became a thing.
Look at that. Just passing our screen there was a full-on skeleton, one of those life-size skeletons. We just saw it pass our screen. I had to point some attention to that. That was pretty cool in one of the Jeeps here. So I think we are just about to finish up the line of Jeeps. They're still making their way. As you said, Kelsey, I think this is a big event for them today.
Yes, wow, I'm impressed by how many
turnout of
Jeeps.
them.
They just keep coming. But
They're just
they
keep
do
on
love,
coming.
I know when I've gone to many other parades across the area, you always see the Jeeps, and they really get into it with the decoration and being a part of it, throwing plenty of candy. But in this case today, obviously, it's all about the beads.
It's all about
There's
the
the
beads.
skeleton
There's the
again.
skeleton I was
Yes.
saying. I'm a big Halloween lover, so whenever I
Yeah.
see a giant skeleton, it sparks my attention. But the skeletons are being used in full force today for Mardi Gras, not just for Halloween. So everyone's getting into the theme. I think that was going with the pirate theme that mini floats have been going with today.
And this crowd is just incredible. I'm not surprised, to say the least. We really do see the streets get this crowded, so it's exciting to see that tradition continue.
baby.
Yes.
That's a big thing with Mardi Gras, are
Yeah,
the little
the
babies,
little
and they
baby
put it
behind
front
the
and
king's
center.
cake. Yeah. Okay. So they put their little baby in like a king's cake.
Oh, look at her stockings. Oh, cool. So yeah, as you can see, people not just on the floats, but they're walking fully costumed out. This float here, I should say, this Jeep had a bunch of shells on it. That was a pretty cool touch. Oh, look at the duck walking.
See, she's tossing ducks.
Tossing
Love it.
ducks. So we're again just listening to the sights and the sounds of the 28th annual St. Andrews Mardi Gras Parade and Festival. We're about a little over
Jeeps
halfway
just
through.
Keep on coming. This is the Panhandle Jeeps, and they invited their Jeep friends out, and they said, come join us if you want to be a part of it. And they said, okay. I love it. I don't know that I've seen this many Jeeps.
I think we've seen at least 15, Kelsey.
Yeah.
This is quite a crew here today.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we even had a dog participate today.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone out and about. We're still going through our Jeeps, but Kelsey, I think we are on our last Jeep moving through.
Okay.
The last of the parade.
I hear the fire department, so they're up ahead, and we'll be hearing and seeing from them even more up close in just a second. But you can hear the horn.
I believe, Kelsey, we are about to be on our 26th float coming our way.
Okay.
So we're a little more than halfway through. Thank you so much for joining in with us. Kelsey and I are here in studio, giving you all of the sights and the sounds of the 28th annual St. Andrew's Mardi Gras Parade and Festival.
Yeah, we are so happy to be here live, reporting from our digital desk right here in this newsroom on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, enjoying the Mardi Gras Parade. Just so many, just great energy, so many sights and sounds, great energy. And again, you can hear that fire truck loud and clear.
You can hear the fire truck for sure.
They are next up, in fact, on the list. Panama City Fire Department here. We're seeing also their new water boat, which they have added to their fleet, which is great addition to have.
Yeah, the PC Fire Department representing the PC Fire Department, the fire truck, and new water boat that you just talked about to help prevent and contain fires in Northwest Florida.
Yeah, so it's great to have them be a part of it. We always normally see the fire departments join in on parades, and of course it's great to have the Panama City firefighters be a part of it.
And love to see, love to see some of the things that they actually utilize when they're going out and about. So this is a really beautiful boat.
Yeah, looks like firefighters and their family throwing beads from the boat today.
Hopefully here soon we can get you guys a shot of this amazing crowd. What a turnout here, Kelsey. I believe just thousands of people out and about on the streets. You can see them now. Kids, families, we even seen some dogs out and about. So people from not only Bay County, but our surrounding counties as well have showed up in full force and collecting the beads and just enjoying all of these floats that really a lot of people took a lot of time and energy to put on this amazing parade. Okay, I believe our next float coming our way is likely the Krewe of Dominique You, if I'm saying that correctly.
You are the Krewe of Dominique You.
Royalty float. So that is the next on the list, but we are currently looking at the Panama City Fire Department. Have to show off a fire truck.
Oh,
that's just tradition. It wouldn't be a parade without the fire department.
It's always a popular hit with the kids too.
Yeah.
Now the Krewe of Dominique You, they're the crew from Panama City Beach. So they're made up of a ton of members here, and a very popular crew that put on the Mardi Gras over on the beach, which we had last weekend.
So if I'm correct, Kelsey, Fat Tuesday is this Tuesday. And so this is why we are participating in Mardi Gras this weekend. Maybe that is not correct. We're going to go ahead and validate that, verify that information.
I think it's the following Tuesday.
The following Tuesday.
Not mistaken.
This is a couple-week event here. March 4th. Okay, I was a week early. I was getting too excited. So Fat Tuesday is a week from Tuesday.
Now, the Krewe of Dominique You, they've got their own king and queen. That's Mike, Henry, and Mimi Morrow. The king and queen's court, well, they've got quite a few folks that are a part of that. And we appreciate them being a part of this today. As like we were saying, they put on the Panama City Beach Mardi Gras
last weekend.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And hang with us here, folks. We're just trying to figure out exactly who's coming up next so we can give you a little bit more insight on who's coming down. But for now, while we get into our place, we're going to show you the sights and the sounds. Lots of people out and about enjoying their time for, again, the 28th annual St. Andrew's Mardi Gras Parade and Festival. All right, folks, so you are again seeing the Royal Queens of Dominique You. The Royal Queens of Dominique You celebrates our past queens who have put in so much time and effort supporting the Krewe of Dominique You. This float showcases our beautiful queens. You can see them there throwing the beads to the whole crowd who are such a big part of their crew.
So this crew began more than 3 decades ago, actually, with a handful of golf carts actually parading through Bay Point. So now they're members, 185 strong member crew with a brand new float den and party facility. And they've got actually a fleet of 8 parade floats. So these next few floats, Amelia, that we're about to see, they're actually all part of the same crew,
one,
but different themed and whatnot.
And they clearly have a big crew along with them on every single float, all dressed up as well. And you know, Kelsey, what really blows my mind is when I see these floats that are double deck. You can see people on the lower deck, and then they have stairs to go up to their upper level deck. So this just showcases how much time and energy has really been put into all of these floats coming down the aisle right now. Oh, you hear the pipes there? Someone's singing.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's the whole point of this festival, you know, to have fun and just enjoy yourself. So I love to see the crowd is participating.
And I think this person singing, I think it sounds like it's live. So he's getting everyone hyped up. We can't see exactly who's singing quite yet. Might be coming down the aisle in just a moment. But they're dancing, they're throwing, and look at that. She's in her spirit as well.
Yeah.
And moving and grooving, throwing those beads.
So this is actually such a pretty float. I think you're really going to like this one, Amelia. This is called Jewels of the Sea. And I actually went live on this float years ago.
Oh my gosh, it's 3D?
Yeah, I mean, they put so much effort into this, and the ladies' costumes are just so beautiful. So it's the mermaids of the Krewe of Dominique You.
She looks like a jellyfish.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And so they present their Jewels of the Sea.
Oh, look, the octopus.
Oh, these costumes are incredible.
Maybe Ursula.
So this is the first all-women's float of the Krewe of Dominique You. And so obviously you're kind of showcasing the wonders of the deep blue sea. Get this, Amelia, the float was handmade by the original members and took over a year to construct.
Oh, wow.
Today, the Jewels of the Sea hosts 40 mermaids and continue to be a crowd favorite.
I was going to say, Kelsey, I'm writing down my list of favorites, and I think that might be my top one so far.
Yeah, we got no troubles. Life is bubbles under the sea.
How cute. Oh, I love it. That was definitely one of my top floats. But this next one, they definitely put a lot of effort into this one as well. Looks like the exact replica of a pirate ship.
Mm-hmm. Lafitte's Revenge.
I believe that's the next one. So Battery 3 and Latif's Revenge was named to commemorate, thank you, Kelsey, the efforts of Captain Dominique You, the half-brother of Jean and Pierre Lafitte, during the Battle of the New Orleans in 1815. Captain Dominique You commanded Battery 3, a main position near the headquarters of General Andrew Jackson. With the help of Dominique You and his French pirates and piratees, the Americans defeated the British and saved the city of New Orleans from capture. Little history behind there. Please welcome Battery 3 and their warship, Latif's Revenge. That's the one that just went out of screen there, so they just passed us. That was a very cool float.
And again, another one from the crew of Dominique You, the Black Widow. That's what we're about to see now. That is the newest float, actually, to be a part of the crew of Dominique You. So the 47 women of the Black Widow have set sail to search for their next conquest. They are not afraid to take what they want, and their reputation as animals of prey precedes them. Uh-oh, we might want to be a little scared here. You come to play, and we take you as prey.
And it looks like they might have Ariel on ship as well.
Okay.
At least painted, that's what it looks like. Very on theme with the pirates. Had many pirate ships on theme for today. Some really large floats there, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Like you said, one already took a year. Absolutely. So again, this is the Black Widow, and you can see in resemblance there, they might have painted that Black Widow on. Very talented people putting together these floats. Look at this big float approaching now. Oh, wow, that's a monster.
The crew of Dominique You, like we were just saying, I mean, they have more than 180 members. So that's why you're seeing several floats just packed with their members there for a good time and passing out beads.
And Kelsey, let me tell you, it's a good thing they have a big truck pulling this one.
Yeah.
Because that is one float. My goodness.
Yeah, massive.
That thing could set sail now. It's ready to go. How cool. Again, multi-layer float, different levels. They have the bottom level there, throwing out the beads, and everybody is fully stacked, beads and all, ready to throw them.
Yeah, I love watching. If you look at the right hand of your screen, you just see all the hands up.
And don't look left or right.
Here.
Make sure you're looking forward because you might get hit with a bead in the face.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good, but it's all in good fun.
Ooh, all right. More music front and center.
So we're just going to let this very large float go by. Again, 180 members, so they are taking their time going by, throwing the beads. Again, an absolutely beautiful, intricate float that they clearly took a lot of time for this event today.
So this is the La Marie Laveau.
I believe you said that correctly.
It is cursed and under a spell cast by Marie Laveau, a legendary voodoo queen of New Orleans.
And the pirates manning this float have tried everything to break the spell, but the curse is too strong. Welcome the spell-binding float, La Marie Laveau. You hear the whistling? Oh, people are getting into it. And Kelsey, we've already been at this for an hour and 7 minutes, and the energy is still very high, has not died down at all. People still just very much in the spirits, hands up, ready for those beads.
Absolutely a gorgeous day indeed for this annual celebration. The crowd is just, they're lining the streets. They're here. They didn't let, Florida cold mess with them at all. And, but we've got that sunshine out there, which is just wonderful for everyone that's there to collect their beads and have a new collection for next year.
Absolutely amazing. I really wonder if we could put out a contest or a poll out to see how many people come home with hundreds of beads or just what the count typically would be. after this amazing, amazing event. And of course, the biggest thing, the biggest draw is the bead throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
there you go.
get
Love
it.
the dancing.
Let's get it. The music has been on point,
Yes.
keeping the crowd
I love how
live.
all the floats a lot of times have their own music, so it just keeps that energy flowing. Wow, this is a
Is that a manatee
creative one,
or a
too.
shark? I believe a shark.
I'm gonna go with
Kelsey.
shark.
Yeah, I
Land
don't think
sharks.
manatees have sharp teeth like that.
So another awesome float by the Krewe of Dominique You. They prove, Amelia, that sharks can live on land. So
Is this the land shark
this
one?
is the land shark. Yeah.
Yes.
Group of pirates riding the land shark. These bead throwers have their fins in the air and their razor sharp teeth showing as they bring fun and good time wherever they go.
It says this party hardy group of pirates is again riding the land shark. And they stay there. We're getting into the music here as well. We're feeling the vibes from all of the energy through the screen right now. So we can only imagine what the vibes are there right now.
All right. The Bay County Sheriff's Office, I believe, is wrapping this parade up. So they're sort of signaling the end there.
With their jet ski.
Yeah, this is our surf and rescue team here. So they're always looking out for us, of course, in the water, on the land, in the air.
That's right. Last but certainly not least, as you said, Kelsey, the BCSO Surf and Rescue Team are always vigilant and ready to help pedestrians in the water, on land, or in the air. Using the latest technology in maritime vehicles, BCSO Surf and Rescue protects tourists and locals 365 days a year. So thanks for all you do for our community, BCSO Surf and Rescue. And it does look like that was our very last float, wrapping up the parade. Wow, Kelsey, I'm blown away. You told me this was going to be an amazing parade, and I believed you, but it's different when you're actually
Yes.
seeing it through the screen. You know, we weren't there, unfortunately, but we could feel the vibes and feel the energy from out there for today.
Yes, what an incredible day. What an incredible crowd. It's been so great to have you joining us for the 28th Annual St. Andrews Mardi Gras Parade and Festival. So happy to be here to bring you those sights and sounds here from the digital desk. And for those of you that still want to celebrate, you know, the festival is still going on in St. Andrews. We're going to have some live music throughout the day and plenty of vendors set up as well.
That's right, and heading towards tomorrow, the Pet Parade, and we're going to have another beautiful day in store. In fact, maybe even a little bit warmer. So
Ooh, there we go.
great conditions for getting out and about and enjoying Mardi Gras, not only for today, but maybe you've seen our broadcast today and want to go and join in for tomorrow. That'll be happening tomorrow as well. Maybe a light jacket, but plenty of sunshine in store. Again, a beautiful event for today. I was very impressed, Kelsey.
Yes, a lot of fun, a lot of creativity, a lot of hard work put into all of this. So it's been a pleasure being with you here today. We hope you have a great rest of your Saturday.